That's a long time.
I know, it's a long time. I mean, I'm not able to get it. That's what I'm asking you. Children have sharp memories.
Um, the you.
I came to the meeting. You at least remember that?
Yes.
We met. Thank you. That's good enough for me. Which grade are you in?
Fourth.
Oh, that's great. You have a fantastic memory. Don't worry. You remember my face. You remember I did come. Anybody else? What about Gorangi? Would like to say something? Yes, Gorangi.
You talked about 4 keys.
Hmm.
They
Four
were,
keys to
yeah.
open that door of success. True, true. Good, good. That's a good hint. Come on, let's let everyone elaborate more. Thank you, Gaurangi. Ivy, yeah, go ahead. You're, you're next.
Was it like the 4 Ds, like discipline, direction, determination, and devotion, I think it was?
My God, you too have a photographic memory. How did you remember that?
Oh no.
Okay, you paid attention. You hear something with great attention, you'll definitely remember it. So she was very attentive. Any other point that you all appreciated? So these are the 4 keys. Yes, the 4 keys that we saw. Yes. Damodar, what do you remember?
I remember you talked about discipline
Yep. Anything?
and
You
regulation, like
regulation.
recreation, work. Yeah.
Yes, you're right. You're right. Exactly. I spoke it from the Bhagavad Gita 6th chapter. Yukta ahara viharascha, yukta svecha, yukta karma cha cheshtasu, yukta sattva avabodhasya, yogo bhavati dukkha. So 6th chapter 17th verse. We spoke from that. Very good. 3 things: your sleep, your eating, your recreation, and your work. Those 4 things we need to cultivate discipline in that. All right. Thank you. Uh, yes. What about Parth? Parth was new. Okay, fine. Pratyush, you like to say something?
I mean, I just remember the 4 keys, what Ivy said. I mean, yeah, I
Yep.
remember the discipline. Then there was uh, direction. No, yeah,
Yes.
direction.
How do you get a direction in your life?
By like following your elders or just like asking for advice.
Yes, association with devotees and elders. Very good. Uh, are you Rasika or Radhika? Both.
Rasika.
You're Rasika and Radhika. No,
Radhika's
you're Rasika.
not here right here.
Okay, okay, fine. You put both the names. That's fine. Okay, Rasika, what do you remember? Okay, all right. Thank you. Nitai, you would like to say something? Okay, Rasika, please go ahead. After you.
I remember devotion,
Yes, the most
discipline.
important ingredient. Very good. That is the most important ingredient, devotion. And that's what you remember. That's good enough. So how do you cultivate devotion practically? I don't think that's difficult. You know it. I know that. You do know it. Yeah, go ahead. By doing 5 things: A, B, C, D, E. A for associating with devotees. B for reading books like Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam. C for chanting the holy name. D for diet, honoring Krishna Prasadam. And E for engagement, engaging your talents in service of God. By doing this, you can do it. She told an important point. Last, can I hear something from Nitai?
I don't remember the last point. Um,
Anything that you liked, anything.
I'm trying to think of something that we did last week.
It was not last week, that's quite some time back. Anyways, not a problem, not an issue. So what we'll do is today we are going to be starting something very interesting. Did we offer prayers? Did we? No, we didn't. So we'll offer prayers and then begin today's session. You can all join your hands to join me for the prayers. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhobhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Mukam karoti vachalam pangum langayate girim yat kripatamaham vande Shri Gurum Nilatarinam Shri Chaitanyam Ishwaram Paramananda Madhavam. Hare Krishna. Today we are going to be having a fun learning experience, an edutainment experience. You know what's edutainment? Education plus entertainment is equal to edutainment. So today we are going to be learning Krishna conscious perspective from edutainment. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be showing you all a video, and this video is about it's for 7.5 minutes, but I'll be pausing the video in between in maybe in 3 slots, and then I'll be asking you some lessons that you drew. Okay, let's see how many lessons we are able to draw. Ready? Please give me some indication which shows that you're ready. Good. Yes, I'm not Dronacharya. I'm not going to ask your right hand thumb. Yes, if you show this, I'm not going to ask the thumb. You can definitely show it. All right. Here we go. You're all able to see my screen? Yes, it's a black. Okay, dark screen.
Yes.
Hare Krishna. Okay, we all saw that. Who let go first? Anybody? Okay, let's give a chance to Parth. Parth, what did you exactly learn from this? You to connect it to Krishna consciousness. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
I'm not really sure.
No problem. It's all right. There's nothing called correct or wrong. This is your understanding. You just present your view. That's okay. There's nothing called wrong or correct.
I don't know.
Okay, what did you learn from this video? At least something, some lesson. Okay, if not from Krishna conscious point of view, something. Okay, no, not a problem, Parth. You can definitely listen to others. First, we'll have Manjari, and after that, ParthSarthi. I think ParthSarthi, the foundation. I know who's behind that. Yes, Manjari, you can go ahead.
Maybe he did something bad, and then he's in jail now.
He's in jail, so he did something bad, and he's in jail now. You're right. Similarly, the living entity, when he turns away from Krishna in the spiritual world, that time he's sent to this material world, which is like a jail. Yes, we all have come to this material world. This material world we live in is like that jail. Yes, and that happens. And just as Manjari beautifully said, that when you do something wrong, you sent to the jail. And what did we do? We decided not to serve Krishna. Yes, we developed a rebellious attitude, an independent attitude, an autonomous attitude. And thus we were sent to this material world for the purpose of reformation. Yes. The same point is made by Destiny in a DM. The guy did something bad, so his consequence is go to jail. That's very nice. What about you? Can I know your name? ParthSarthi.
My name is Mihika Prabhuji.
Yeah, Mehta, go ahead.
So I just think like every action has a reaction. If you do a bad action, then you'll get a bad reaction.
Very good. This is the law of karma. Very nice. And because that person had done something wrong, he's suffering in this particular jail of this material world. So he did an action, and as a result of which, the material nature or Maya is giving the appropriate reaction to this living entity. Very good. Anybody else? Who else would like to speak? Okay. Damodar, you'd like to try?
What I learned from the video?
Yes, what did you learn from the video?
I don't know. This man, I just saw him getting beaten up in prison.
Yes.
It was pretty laggy, so I couldn't really understand.
It was lagging.
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh, you
Prabhuji.
should have told me. You should have told me before. If it was lagging, you should have told me before. Okay, but this guy was getting beaten in the prison. So just like this guy is getting beaten up in the prison, similarly, in this material world, the living entity has to suffer 3 kinds of miseries. The jail keeper of this material world is called as Durga. Durga Devi. How many of you seen Durga Devi? Durga Ma?
I have.
Her photo? You've seen the photo? Yes. She has a trident. And through this trident, she provides 3 kinds of miseries. The miseries associated with one's own mind and body. This is called as Adhyatmika Klesh. I'll put it on the chat for all of you. Adhyatmika. The miseries which are caused by other living entities. See, all the living entities were beating him up. That is Adi Bhautika. Yeah. What happened, Mika?
Your voice is very loud.
And finally, there is Adi Daivika. Adhyatmika, one's own body and mind. Adi Bhautika, by other living entities. And Adi Daivika, which is given by the material nature. That's giving miseries for the living entity. My voice is very laggy. You're not able to hear me?
You're like freezing up a lot.
No, I think voice is fine, Rav. I can hear you fine. No issue.
I can hear you fine.
It's maybe
Okay,
some
thank you,
individuals, I
Manjari.
guess.
Thank you, Pratish.
Their network may
Mika,
not.
you can try. Okay, fine for you also, Nitai. Thanks.
Now it's working.
Okay, now it's working. All right, thanks. Okay, what else do we learn? Did you observe this guy tried to go to different places? And no matter where he went, everywhere he was suffering. This is what happens to the living entity. No matter wherever you go, there is suffering. You can change your place. You can change your time zone. You can change your location, your house, but wherever he was going, he was facing suffering. Yeah. So far, so good. Not so good, but then that's what was happening. Yes, Mika, you want to say something?
Prabhuji, it's basically like chess. If the king is in check, you can check the king anywhere. You can't just keep going anywhere and then get safe.
You're talking about chess?
Yes, like when the king gets checked, then he starts going everywhere. But then at one point he gets captured.
Checkmate. Okay, gets captured. Okay, she's a chess player. So she's giving a chess example. You can keep moving. You can run, but you cannot hide. That's what you can run, but you cannot hide. So like that, this person couldn't hide anywhere. He was running constantly. Similarly, the material world, a person has to suffer. That's what happens. Let's see what happens ahead. The screen share is laggy. Is lagging. Yeah. Can you just give me a minute? I'll just change my net. Just give me a minute. I'll change my net connection. Hare Krishna. Is my voice clear now?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay, voice and video is clear. So now I'll try to share the screen and you can put it on the chat if it is lagging. And I'll go a little back so that you can see what happened. Okay, so what did you observe now? Yes. Yeah, go ahead, Mika.
Like Prabhuji, what I could understand when it's not laggy was that he was walking with the tray and then he again got beaten. Prabhuji, Prabhuji,
Hare Krishna. Might be Prabhuji was left, some internet problem. So Prabhuji will join soon. So please stay on Zoom live. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Sorry, my dear friends. Okay. Put the video in the chat and tell us to stop. That wouldn't happen. That wouldn't happen actually. It's good the way we are going. I don't think it's super laggy. It's okay. I guess we're back now. That's the main thing. What is the last thing that we saw? Yeah, Manjari. After that, Ivy. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead, Manjari. Please speak up.
I learned that maybe he's hungry, he's trying to eat, maybe. But people are letting him eat and stuff.
So what is she trying to say is even eating is becoming very difficult. So in this world, you see, in order to eat, you have to struggle a lot. You see your parents going for work, for job. Yes, you have to really work hard if you want a day's meal. That's what is this world. So 4 things are common activities between humans and animal. It is called as ahara nidra bhayamaithunamcha. Eating, sleeping, mating, and defending. So this is very tough for a person to get his meals. It's very tough. Or like all animals, human beings struggle to get food. So this is called struggle for material existence. So this is a common factor. And there is another thing that is shown here in this video is there is the thing called cutthroat competition. And a person has to really survive in this world. He has to work hard to survive. Okay, Ivy, yeah, go ahead.
Another thing I noticed was how like the other guy had an abundance of food while he had like nothing.
Wonderful observation. So this is like unequal distribution in this world. You will always find that nobody is equal. Everybody is created. Yes, everybody is created equal. But because of karma, somebody gets more, somebody gets less. Somebody has more strength, somebody has less strength. Somebody has more facilities, somebody has less. As per the law of karma. That's very interesting. Okay, Destiny has put something on the chat. The guy was holding a lunch tray and the other guy beat him up. What does this show? Struggle for eating. It's not very easy to get your meal. And then that guy who was beaten up saw a bug on his arm and something, and that's where exactly we stop. Yes, that's where we're going to start our next discussion.
Gangsta boogie, 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 gangsta boogie. Gangsta boogie, gangsta boogie, gangsta boogie, gangsta boogie, gangsta boogie.
Hare Krishna. So, what did you see? What just happened? Yes, Ivy.
So I noticed how people have weaknesses and also how he went from the least respected and feared to the most and how that changed him negatively.
Yes, the moment you mentioned 3 points here. Number one is every situation in this world is temporary. You may be weak tomorrow, you may be strong. Number two, you mentioned that everybody, no matter how strong that person is, has some weakness or the other in this world. Very true. And the third thing is, in this world, power brings pride and negativity, and also a mentality to exploit others. Very good points. Yeah, Manjari, and then Nitai.
I think that maybe he got like some, I don't know, like an insect or something, and because of that insect, he like became like more strong or something, and now like he's like, making other people scared.
Yeah. So basically, with the insect, he tried to get in control of the strongest guy in the jail. And then he started using his power to dominate and bully everybody. He was a bully. He became a bully. Yes, Nitai.
I think he could just be imagining the whole thing, and in the end, maybe it's that he never was actually controlling it. He was just imagining it.
Okay, let's wait for the suspense. Yes, Mihika.
So basically, in their in the story that in the movie, sorry, the the person who got in jail, he was that cricket or that kind of insect, and he basically like scared that strong person, and he made him wild to run around and destroy the whole buildings and everything.
Yes, yes, yes. So he brought out the worst. His power made him a bully, and he brought out the worst out of others. The bringing out of the worst out of others. Now, Destiny's last point, and then we see the conclusion. I think the bug scares the other guy. So now that guy that used to get beaten up just controls the other one. He extracts revenge. Now let's see the finale, the last part. Ready? Okay.
Gangsta boogie, gangsta boogie, gangsta.
That's it. Understood? So, as Nitai said, this guy was just imagining the whole thing. And that's where we understand the concept of mind. Yes, a mind is having a tendency to daydream and to imagine a lot of things. Yes, Nitai, you're right. Correct. And it is the mind who actually perpetuates our stay in this material world. Yes, it is because of the mind that a person remains in this material world. But if one stops this unwanted phenomena of unnecessary imagination, yeah, but you have to take a reverse, and one has to use the mind in order to get out from the jail. So what do you think is the solution for getting out of the jail of material world? Yes.
To have the association of devotees.
Very good. Develop the association of to be in the association of devotees, and then what else? Anyone else? Yes, Rishabh.
That like we're in this material world, and the material world is like a prison, and the prisoners they try, but we're trying to stay in it and trying to worship Krishna.
Yes, worship Krishna. See, Krishna is the master of even the prison minister Maya. So if Krishna wants to take you out of this material world, he can do it. So when you worship Krishna, you can get out of this miserable material world. Very good. Yes, Manjari.
Like maybe if you be like nice in the prison and be nice to like others and do like you to like recover from like what bad things you did, like maybe like the jailer will like take you out of the jail.
Okay. Thank you. Manjari? Damodar?
To make a connection, the prison is like the material world, and the prisoner is like trapped inside the material world.
Very good.
So he's not able to like get out. And to make like a connection to Krishna consciousness, that prisoner, which is kind of us, we have to do devotional service to get out of it.
Yes. And we have to stop one more thing. That's also important. We have to stop the unnecessary imaginations of the mind. Yes. Very good. Kanchan says, follow the footsteps of people who aren't in the prison like Guru and Gauranga. Perfect. Yes, we have to follow them. Mahajano yena gata sapanta. Sadguru upasana. Yes, Sadguru cheshta. We have to do that. Very good. We have to follow in footsteps of great souls. All right. So the whole point, there are multiple lessons. The first lesson is material world is a world of suffering. Yes. And no matter wherever you go, Brahma Bhuvana Loka Punaravrti Norjuna. Yes. Mam upyatya punarjanma dukkhalayam ashashvatam. Napnuvanti mahatmanas samsiddhim paramamgatah. Krishna says, wherever you go, you can run, but you can't hide. The miseries are always there to follow you. Very good. And you're bound by stringent laws of karma. So this is the first part of the lesson we heard. The second lesson we saw that in this material world, there's a lot of struggle for existence. See, that guy was not even getting his proper food. He used to make his plate and other guys used to take it. Yeah. Karma always knocks at your door. You're right. Amazing. That's the second thing we saw. And the third thing we saw is mind is a person who has a very wild imagination, and by such kind of imagination, the living entity may remain in this material world. On the other hand, in order to get out of this material world, stop getting beaten, stop getting cheated, stop getting exploited, a person has to engage the mind in worship of Krishna. There's a beautiful bhajan which says, Mama mana mandire raho nishidi Krishna Murari Shri Krishna Murari. So mind has to be engaged. Mind, Mama Mana Mandire. The temple of the mind has to be engaged in the worship of the Supreme Lord. And the best way to engage the mind in the worship of the Supreme Lord is to chant the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So you do this chanting and you'll be able to engage the mind in Krishna's service in the right direction and get out of this material world. The jail, like how horrible is this jail? Yes, we get out. There's a question, Prabhuji, how do we stop the nightmares we get in dreams while sleeping? Oh, if you're getting nightmares in sleep, we should all recite Narsimharti. You pray to Lord Narsimhadev and take rest, you will not get any nightmares. Okay, there's a question asked the DM. Any other question that you all have? You can definitely ask. Okay, in case there's no question, I would like all of you to share one point that you appreciated and then we'll conclude. Yes, Nitai, what's your point?
It could be that things that you like in how we watched, things how you may seem, or you have to focus on the bigger picture. Like you found a temporary solution. Like he found that one insect that was supposedly scared. Even if that did work, that would be a temporary solution and not a solution for the bigger picture. So
very good. Very good. So you have to look for the permanent solution, and the permanent solution is to get out of this material world. No more material world, no more material bodies, no more material miseries. Perfect. Thank you. That happens only by Krishna consciousness. Yes, Pratyush.
So like the prison's like the material world, and like all the happiness that you think you're getting is like temporary. There's no like fixed happiness in the material world. Like that guy or the guy in the cartoon was like thinking, and he was having happiness in that, but in like 2 seconds it was just gone. Like he gets beat up then.
You're right. The happiness only exists in mind. There's no happiness as such. Yes. Kandutivan manasijam vishaheta dhira. That kind of happiness is manasijam. It arises in the mind and it dies off. There is actually no happiness. You're right. Parth, do you have any point now?
Yeah, I have one.
Yes, please.
Like you can only escape the prison or the material world by serving Krishna and thinking about Krishna and engaging the mind in his devotional service.
Very true. A person who's convicted and sent to prison, you know this? Everybody has a right to, if you wish, you could write a letter to the president of the country. And if the president of the country wants, he can clear off this conviction, and he can cut off the sentence, even a death sentence of the prisoner, and take him out of the jail. Similarly, Lord Krishna can terminate our existence in this jail of material world. It's true. Destiny, it's very true. Just like even in this world, a president is appealed. The president can, if he has trust that this person will no longer be a convict, he'll become a citizen of the country, he may pull him out. Similarly, Krishna can take out a living entity from this material world. Tesham aham samuddhartam mrityu samsara sagara bhavamina chirat partha maya aveshita chetasam. Very good. Yes, Manjari, your point?
That nothing's temporary. Like everything's temporary. Like if I am beautiful today, like someone else be beautiful. Someone's powerful. If I'm powerful today, someone else can be powerful. I'm a good singer today, someone else can be a good singer tomorrow.
You're true. You're right. That's why Chanakya Pandit says, Smara Nitya Anityatam. Always remember the temporary nature of this world. Understand that everything that you see, the power, the beauty, the position, the wealth, everything is temporary. This life itself is temporary. We don't know. Parikshit Maharaj knew he would live for 7 days and 7 nights. We all have no clue whether we'll live the next 7 minutes. The only life in the spiritual world, in Krishna's planet, is permanent. Very good point. I can take one more point. Anybody else who's eager to give a point? Probably Gaurangi.
Well, I think everyone like covered what I was going to say, so yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Last we'll have Mihika and then.
Prabhuji, we become blind to see Krishna because Maya has put this curtain which is not transparent.
Yes. Naham prakasha sarvasya yoga maya samavrita moodoyam na bijanati lokamamachamapyayam. This is what Lord has put the curtain of Mahamaya, the Yoga Maya, because of which people cannot see him. Yes, one cannot see Krishna. You're right. Until the time one does not realize Krishna, yeah, or through bhakti you can realize Krishna. Through the process of devotional service, you'll be able to see God. We'll be able to see the hand of God everywhere. Thank you. In the last class, you mentioned about a Muslim coming to ISKCON story. Can you say it today? I'll say it next time. I got to go now. It's really late. But I'll meet all of you again. Once again, I'll meet all of you, and that time I'll definitely share that story. Glad you remember it. You can definitely remind me next time. Okay. Thank you. His Grace Hari Leela Prabhu.
Thank you very much, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
For your class. Very nice, very instructive, very inspiring. And I'm pleased that today the children were participating with you in the conversation. And we hope that more children will take part into real live make you a live program. So we really thank you for your appearance. I know you're very busy, but hope at least once a month if you can come, and then we'll manage other Saturdays somehow. Okay. Hare Krishna. So His Grace